Kia ora, folks. Welcome to The Hive. I'm Josh Kretschmer. I'm joined here by Bryce Rouse. We're getting ready for the Botany Swarm. We'll be hosting the SkyCity Stampede to kind of finish off the Swarm's season, regular season at least. They only have 2 more games tonight and tomorrow night. The SkyCity Stampede have another game next weekend as well. We'll get into all the points, standings, and calculations of all that shortly. But yeah, we are up for a really good game. When the schedule first came out, this was the first one I put on my calendar. So I always look forward to the Swarm or the Admirals hosting the Stampede because they're always awesome to watch. Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, the Stampede are 7 points behind the Swarm, but they do have 2 games in hand next weekend. So a couple of wins here. We'll probably see who's going to finish first and second, if the Swarm can actually get at least 1 win. Because technically the Thunder still do have a chance to get into the top 2. As we see here, the points, so the Swarm are on 28 and the Stampede on 24 with 2 games in hand as well. So Swarm definitely going to have to fight and get maximum points here this weekend. Yeah, so I think we worked it out that if the Swarm win both of the games this weekend in regulation, that will confirm a #1 seed for them. But yeah, like we said, Stampede have still got more games to play. So they could kind of change things up. The Admirals still need to play some games as well. So, yeah, there's lots and lots of opportunities for the standings to shake around. The Red Devils are well out of it, but we've still got the last 4 teams to battle out because home advantage, I think at this level, is quite important. Being familiar with your own rink, not having to travel, not having to stay in a hotel or anything. Definitely an advantage, in my opinion. Yeah, absolutely. Come the semi-finals or the Beagle Cup final, and having home ice advantage, as you said, Josh, is absolutely huge. So last week the Swarm did travel out to West Auckland, played the Admirals over there. They won their first game very convincingly, and then, I don't know, maybe took the foot off the gas a little bit, and also the Admirals were absolutely on fire, but the Admirals got a big W against them last Sunday, so that keeps the Admirals' hopes alive as well. At least we do know that the top 4 are guaranteed to be in the semi-finals, Josh. Yes, yeah. I was watching those games from home, and I thought the Sunday game that there was something wrong going on. Maybe the wrong game was getting played because that was completely different to how Saturday played out. So, yeah, Swarm may be struggling for that consistency. They haven't really swept too many series, if they even have done that this season. They've done that against the Red Devils hosting them, but they've split almost every other weekend against teams. So this weekend they're going to look to win both. Oh, absolutely. Maybe they just kind of took their foot off the gas a bit because they knew they were already looking into next weekend, you know, convincingly beating West Auckland on the Saturday. They're obviously probably thinking about this weekend and knowing that getting 2 wins against the Stampede is going to be crucial. But hey, the big boys are in town. The remaining, well, the current Beagle Cup champions, the SkyCity Stampede. They've obviously, you said that there's been a clone of some sort, mate. Yeah, they said it couldn't be done, but they have somehow cloned Nolan Ross, and there's another Ross on the team. His older brother, younger brother? Well, they're actually twins. No kidding. Yeah, so that's I think why we were so confused, because they look identical. But yeah, so they've got Davis Ross has now joined the team. He has played over in America in the Southern Professional Hockey League, which is actually a very, very high level of hockey compared to what we're sort of used to down in the Southern Hemisphere. But yeah, so he's played for the Birmingham Bulls, scored 1 goal, 7 assists in 25 games. So at this level, I'm very curious to see how he will go. Well, if he's anything like his twin brother Nolan, then he's probably going to be pretty decent. Yes, yeah. I mean, out of any player from the Stampede who you'd want to clone, Nolan Ross would be right up there for your candidates. Absolutely. So that will complete their trio of imports alongside Jip McCullum as well and the 2 Ross brothers. Yes, yeah. Now there is some kind of implications at play here. So just for everyone's clarity on the league rules and stuff, to be eligible to play for your ice hockey club, in the playoffs, you need to have played at least 4 regular season games for your respective club. And the Stampede currently have 4 more games left. So this has obviously been timed quite well to get Davis Ross to hopefully get his 4 games in, so that way he'll be eligible to play in the playoffs.
Yeah, so leaving it to the last minute, but yeah, having to get 4 games in to be eligible, that was good timing on the Stampede behalf.
Yeah, I mean, the Stampede didn't exactly need that to get a good start to their season, because they obviously have been, I guess, playing without that import spot taken up, and are sitting in 2nd spot. So that's really going to give them their extra boost to finish off their season and maybe for the playoffs as well. So yeah, I thought we'd mention that in case you see another Ross on the ice and wondered what the heck was going on there.
And so just a little bit on Stampede season so far, Josh. They haven't been as consistent as they have been in previous seasons, but they are still a team on their day when they turn up. They can put anyone away. Yeah,
absolutely. This probably, this kind of sounds a bit weird to say, but this actually probably has been one of the worst seasons the Stampede have had for about 5 or 6 years. But they're still that good though. When they show up, they can dominate a team and absolutely take over a game and turn it into how they want. So, yeah, there's no way you can underestimate the Stampede. If you are, you're a fool.
Absolutely, that is true. And also the Swarm, what I have seen from them so far this season is they have picked up a little bit of consistency. Obviously, they do drop a game here and there, but they have definitely been better in that department this season.
Yeah, it's good to see some players returning. I know they were back last weekend, but I kind of missed out on that. So good to see that Richie Hopkinson and Carl Jonsson are back as well. They were out injured for a bit. Played good last weekend.
And still just waiting for Jacko Fontaine to return. So we're set to go underway here at the Hive. The Swarm playing host to the SkyCity Stampede. Face-off one there by Seabass against Outwell. That's going to be a bit of a battle here this weekend, those two in the face-off dot. True will play that out of his own end, doesn't find anyone. Nolan Ross giving chase, he will beat out the icing. He's pressure on by Thula. Lays it down low for Seabass. Try to find Ross in the middle, but Outwell was in there. And a pass attempt across ice to Seabass from Ross. That's his brother Davis there on the far side. They do look absolutely identical.
Yeah, I'll forgive you if you accidentally call the wrong one, but the wrong name this tonight.
Carroll will put that one back in for the Swarm. He'll give chase himself. Played up the balls by True, unable to clear as Simon keeps it in the blue. And here's Carroll. Got a backhand shot on. Had Barley at the far post, but elected to shoot instead. Now Harrison just can't control it. Devlin pressured on by Barley. Rusky Jones trying to come in and clear that for the Stampede. Played up top by Dalmatau. Pass comes outside the zone as Kazanov plays it up the boards. Devlin will just fire that one on net.
Awkward bounce there. Grace just making the save.
Now Simon will skate down this near side. Amson's there. Puts up the boards for Chalice. He'll play it back. Couple Swarm personnel changes. McRae on the far side, an Auckland-based Stampede player. Now Burns looking for a centering feed. Came off the skate of Wimmer. Hopkinson unable to clear. Chalice does keep it in for the meantime. Puck in the neutral. Chalice will get it back. Nice pass over to McRae. Puts a centering pass there for Chalice, but Wimmer just got a touch on that. Cole gets it, puts it up boards, and Harford will find McCullum. McRae's there on the far side. Definitely a dangerous player, Mike McRae. Definitely not in his athletic. He's definitely not got the athletic ability he used to, but he has got the hockey smarts and he's got the technical ability to still play in this league pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. He doesn't really look like he slowed down that much, honestly, compared to how I remember him playing. He's got that physicality that really makes a difference in the team as well.
Now McDonald plays it up for Thula. He'll try to find Kozak, but that's stick there by True. True will get back and play it right across ice over to one of the Ross brothers. Put in by Thula. Bit of time here for Stampede to set up. Nice up ice pass to Seabass. Try to find Ross at the back. It did get through, but he was unable to control it. Now Outwell will just chip and chase. Try to find a pass there to McDonald, who was lurking. Now Nodal and Ross will go up the far side. Gains the zone and Saucer passes it over here to Amston. He'll rip one on net. Easy save there for Harrison.
Quite a while till our first whistle. Pretty back and forth. Both teams looking not too bad. Swarm are definitely trying to put the physical pressure on to start, making sure they're finishing their checks. I think we're going to end up having a physical game by the end of it.
By the end of it, I would agree. Rusky Jones plays that low, but Simon gives it straight back to Rusky Jones, but it comes out into the neutral. The place pass there to no one, but lucky it was on goal, no icing on the play. Kazhanov plays it up to Dalmatau, but he has to control that with his skate and they give away possession. Nice reverse hit there on Dalmatau by Harrison.
Yeah, hits coming up now.
Carroll plays it into the middle, finds Barley because it's a Dalmatau. He'll rip one on net. Glove save.
Yeah, Connor Harrison doing a good reverse hit there on Dalmatau. Just one thing I was going to mention here. A few live streams back when Andrew Hay was had his 300th game, I teased on the live stream that I thought Andrew Hay was potentially the NZIHL Ironman record recipient.
Yep.
It's wrong. It's not Andrew Hay. Unfortunately, it's actually Connor Harrison has the record.
Wow, how many games?
I didn't remember that off the top of my head. He reached at least 140 games, though, in a row.
Wow, good on him.
Yeah, so he has the unofficial title of Ironman for the NZIHL.
Now McCullum, one of the imports for the Stampede, trying to get things going. Takes it into the zone, rips a shot. And Harrison will get the whistle. Jet McCullum actually part of the Stampede team, was it last season or the one before?
This is at least his second season. I can't remember if he's played 3 seasons now, but he feels like a proper member of the Stampede. He fits in very well.
Nelson has to wait for Cole to touch up. He does not, so we will get a face-off just outside.
Too eager. Should have mentioned as well, we've got Aston Brooks as the starting goalie for the Stampede and Grace Harrison starting for the Swarm. Kind of the two obvious picks for the coaches tonight.
Nicely won there by Hopkinson. Put in by Wimmer. Brooks behind his goal will play that. Cullum gives it to the near side for Chalice. He picks out McRae on the other side. Looks like they'll be trying to do that all day long, will the Stampede. McRae tries to get something on net, but nicely blocked by March. Now Hopkinson will pick that up. Gains the zone, just momentarily loses possession. Gets a pass over to Cole. He didn't get anything on that. Now played up by McCarg. Jet McCullum calling for it in the middle. He gets it, puts a shot on, but it hits the skate of Thula on the way to the net. Played up to the top, ripped there by Lockie Frere. Now Thula try to find Johnson through the middle, but that's picked out. Now Davis Ross plays it up on the far side to his brother Nolan. Trying to go through Thula, almost did. Seabass will give it to Nolan Ross. Good position here for the Stampede. Seabass was looking there as that came off the behind the goal. The backboard. Nicely kept in by Seabass. Couldn't find that deadly pass though as Sandoy snuffed that out. Carroll makes a little move. This is over to Kozak, wanted it back. Still there for the Swarm. Enough Stampede jerseys there to break that up. Play up to Davis Ross. Try to get a backhand on goal. Seabass, little centering pass, but only Simon there for the Swarm. And he'll play it to Dalmatau, and that's just in front of him. No icing is the call. Now Connor Harrison. Ooh, puts a hit on there on Bali. Kazanov comes and tidies up. Stampede slowly controlling this game at the moment, having more puck possession and the better looks in on net. Well, Carroll will leave that on for Dalmatau. Shot there from Bali, pad save made.
That was a hard shot. You hear it bounce off the pads, pretty loud.
Now Chalice will fire that up to Devlin, he doesn't control it. Burns will give it up to Chalice. He'll just put something on net. Right through the middle. Pass from Bali will find Dalmatau. Dalmatau will get a shot on as well. Save made by Brooks.
Fancy moves, just not able to get it past Aston.
Now McCullum from behind his own net. Plays it up for McRae. McCarg's going to get there first, and he's pushed out of the way by Wimmer. It's going to be a penalty against Lenny Wimmer.
Wimmer. Not sure what the call will be.
Probably cross-checking.
Cross-checking, I'm guessing. Yeah, you're probably using the stick to... no, roughing is the call. Interesting. Just looked like a good hit to me. Really good hit, actually. But
that's fine.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. But anyway, power play for the SkyCity Stampede.
Seabass. He plays defense when they are on the power play. Shot there from Ross. Gets through everything. A backhand attempt there from his brother Nolan.
Good opportunities there. Only winding 11 seconds down off of that power play. Yeah, shot from Ross. To have Ross try and clean up the rebound.
So it looks like they actually changed their face-off taker on each side of the circle. Seabass will go around the back of the net. Shot there from McRae. That gets blocked. So when they're on the right, it looks like Seabass will take the draws, and then on the left it will be Nolan Ross. Very interesting. Here's Davis. Seabass fakes a shot, finds Ross, shot on.
Yeah, different-handed players, so I guess that's their preference for each side.
Seabass just faking the slap and then finally does pull the trigger.
Swarm will try and get a full change going.
Yep, they will. Played up for Seabass. He'll gain the zone. Played up to McRae. Tried to find a pass right through the middle, did McRae, but hit some traffic on the way. Now Dalmatau will go down the near side. Here's Carroll. Try to find Dalmatau. Almost got a shot there out of mid-air and played all the way back to Simon out of the zone. So a bit of time here to kill for the Swarm. Dalmatau gets double teamed and dispossessed. Amson from his own end will give it over to McCullum. He gets through a couple of Swarm defensemen. Now Connor Harrison. Pass to Amson. Nice stick in the lane, I think, from Dalmatau.
Yeah, good penalty kill for the Swarm. Successful.
Connor Harrison gains his own and takes a little bit of a tumble. Over half the first period gone. Looks like both teams just carefully checking each other out. Now Bali puts something on net. Pushed away by Brooks. True with it. He'll play it up for Nolan Ross. Tried to go through Atwell but wasn't able to. McDonald puts that in, comes off the referee's skate. Kozak with it. Put a tough angle shot on. Not going to trouble Brooks from that angle. And that will be icing against the Stampede.
Yeah, Swarm have looked a little, I guess, just not in control of how they're wanting to play. You can kind of see that they know what they're trying, what they want to be able to do, get the puck into the zone and kind of set up, get some scoring opportunities going, but the Stampede really limiting their opportunities.
Seabass wins that against Hopkinson. True up to Lucky Freer. Seabass trying to go through Cole. Cole almost found Hopkinson, who was gunning it for that blue line. Oh, Kazanov lucky to get that back. Cole will just play that up. And Hartford will win the race, and that will be icing against the Swarm.
Yeah, I don't think the Swarm bench are actually happy with that call as the puck went past either Connor Harrison or someone from the Stampede. They're claiming that that player should have been able to have touched the puck, deeming there's no icing. There is actually a discussion at centre ice now.
That would be a pretty good call. I would agree with that, Josh.
Yeah, because I could see what Cole was trying to do. He looked up and saw that there were players changing on the Stampede bench, so kind of just dumped it towards them.
Yeah, they're pointing at the centre.
Yeah, so they have overturned the linesman call on that, which I think is the right move. So the Swarm are able to change as well from a incorrect icing call.
Early jump there from Dalmatau, so we'll do it again. Pretty busy here inside the Hive for this first game of the weekend.
Yeah, it is actually. We've got almost around the whole glass is filled with fans because there's just not enough room in the stands to watch the game. So get right up and close to the action.
Oh, Devlin will jump on that with a bit of pace and gain the zone. Tries to go into the middle. Nice move here from McCullum. Trying to go through too many though. Pass from Dalmatau will find Carroll. He leaves it on for Barley and get it back. Unable to control that with those two. Now Devlin will throw a muffin on net and Grace will get the whistle.
Swarm not allowed to change as well as the shot was taken from, I guess, behind the blue or red line. So the rule here being that they deemed that Grace Harrison should have been able to have played that puck to keep going, but because she didn't, the Swarm are now no longer able to change. Bit of an odd one you don't usually see, so I thought I should explain that. Almost a good chance there.
Yeah, that was Chalice, found the puck on his stick in the slot. Kozak with a fake, goes on backhand, forehand. What a save there from Aston Brooks.
Oh, I thought he was in. He managed to get pretty much right to the net, but almost got too close and lost the angle to get the puck past Brooks.
It was a great move there from Kozak to get past the defenseman. And that was through Amson as well. Burns up to Chalice. Pass it into the middle for McCarg. McCarg trying to go through. He's going to get there first as well. Good hustle here from McCarg. Up top for Amston. Finds McRae, gets it to Chalice, gets a shot off, but blocked by Atwell.
So there'll be a face-off to the right of Grace Harrison. So far has made 8 saves tonight.
Face-off one there by Hopkinson. Stolen back here by the Stampede. Chalice with it in the corner. Try to find a backdoor pass there to McRae. Was unable to get any wood on that. Will be icing against the Swarm as they were just in before the puck entered.
Yep, offside call there. Take another look here. So that was Cole entering the zone before the puck did.
Now the Ross brothers will link up. No, they won't. Hopkinson will leave that on behind the net for Simon. Plays it up to Johnson. Unable to clear. Finally do as Simon comes and helps out. 3-on-2 opportunity here for the Swarm. Hopkinson will find Johnson but couldn't control it as True was tracking back nicely. Puck comes out into the neutral. Put right back in there by Simon, no icing. True plays it up the boards. Here goes Johnson with an opportunity. Shot straight at the goalie. Easy save. Good chance there for Kyle Johnson.
Yeah, fortunately for Kyle, that puck just went straight to the ball in the jersey there. Not really too tough for Brooks to make the save. So it remains a 0-0 game.
See Grant Hay in the comments asking why I call him Seabass.
Yeah.
It's a nickname he actually quite likes now.
There he is taking the face off.
McCullum will play that one behind for Davis Ross. Gives it up to his brother Nolan. Goes around the net. Gives it up to McCullum. Gets a shot off. Big pad save there from Harrison. Doesn't give off a rebound either.
Some extracurriculars after as well. We're going to get a penalty. I think it's going to go both ways here. So that's Barley and McCullum. We'll go slashing and a roughing call either way. Grace Harrison doing super well to just get the leg down on the ice to make the save. Very easily could have gone 5-hole. She's down low enough on the ice to make the save. Awesome work. So those are offsetting penalties. We're going to continue on 5-on-5 here.
Now Koptev will chip and chase on his first shift of the evening. Almost beat it out to Brooks as well. Stolen here by Carroll. Gets a shot off. Comes off the
helmet, I think.
Yeah, the mask of Brooks. Shot there from Wimmer is blocked by Lockie Frere. Now Seabass will play it behind for Amston. Here's Nolan Ross. Gets a shot off. That's blocked. Wimmer plays it up to Dalmatau. Dalmatau will just put it in the corner for Atwell. Stolen there from Koptev. Dalmatau will play it up top. Shot there from Thula. Easy put aside there for Brooks.
Deemed deflected, so still be a face-off in the Stampede zone. No penalties. Thanks for your comments in the YouTube live chat. We have viewers from the UK tuning into the game, which is awesome to see. Bright and early morning for you guys, tuning in to watch some New Zealand ice hockey action.
Probably still recovering from Glastonbury, maybe.
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
Now Harrison will have it. Puts a shot on, goes through the slot area. Shot from the point, takes a redirect on the way to net. As Kozak was looking for a steal there. That well over to Thula. Was maybe looking to pass to Jonsson, but there's a stick on the far side broken in his passing lane. Roski Jones is there first. Double teamed by Thula and Jonsson. Finally get it out. McDonald's going to win the race there against True. Put a pass right into the middle. Shot there from Simon, but that hits the upper netting, so we'll get a whistle.
That was a missile, that shot. Yeah. Simon was looking for it all day and put everything behind it to get that shot away. Just high, though, over the net. Oh, yeah, we do have someone in the comments saying they were at Glastonbury, so you were right, Bryce.
One there by McCarg. Stampede will start out from their own end. Just over 3 minutes to go in the opening period. Stampede with a little bit more of the scoring opportunities, but the Swarm may be slowly getting a bit more momentum back. Haven't really seen any team, really go for it. It's been pretty safe hockey so far. Here's a chance right there in the slot was McCarg, but didn't get everything on it. Well, Simon plays up to Cole, receives a hit there from McRae. Put on a slash as well, but we'll get no whistle. Dalmatay, he gets kneed there by McCarg. Ooh.
He looks to be in a bit of pain there.
So maybe only going to be a tripping call. It should be. I'm not sure if he did stick out his knee or not, but it definitely was knee-to-knee contact.
Yeah, those are usually pretty ugly to watch. We'll take a look at it on the George FM replay. He kind of just missed his knee, but it was still like a leg-on-leg contact. Yeah. So regardless, that's still going to hurt quite a bit.
So now we'll see the first power play for the Botany Swarm. That's cleared the length of the ice, so the Swarm will have to start it from their own zone.
Yeah, it does look like Dalmatau has headed down the tunnel. We'll give any updates as soon as we know what his status is.
Here's McDonald. Leads on for Cole, gets it back as well. Does McDonald, tries to go through the middle, a shot there from Kozak, he'll score!
What a power play goal for the Botany Swarm. Kozak not really needing to do much, just stood in the right place. Puck came to him and he just tapped it in. It was all the setup was the hard work. Entering his zone, drop pass, returning it back. I think there was another kind of shot attempt from McDonald in front as well. But the puck ended up on Kozak's stick and then hit the back of the net. Maybe he didn't actually get a shot away, but looked like it. So yeah, 1-0 to the Botany Swarm.
Shots 10-7 in favour of the Stampede. Do find themselves one goal down as we finally get our first goal of the evening. Played up top for McCullum. He gives it over to Lockie Frere. Now the Swarm with a little bit of a spring in their step now as Koptev will gain the zone. Here's Carroll. Try to find Thula, who was charging in. Now Simon gets over the red, puts it in, but nicely caught out of midair by McCullum. Gives it to Davis Ross, but he fires it on Koptev, but then he slips on the puck. So Lockie Frere will gain the zone. Shot that went wide, gives it straight back to the Swarm, and they'll come the other way. Put on net by Barley there as that puck had a little bit of weird momentum with it. Last minute in the opening period. Cole will get it back there from Carroll. Try to find Jonsson in the middle. unable to. Connor Harrison will play that over to Rusky Jones. Goes around Simon. Rusky Jones scores! Beautiful goal there from Axel Rusky Jones, lifting it above the shoulder on the glove side.
Yeah, Luke Simon not able to keep Rusky Jones out wide. He was able to cut in and get a shot in front.
Just had too much pace to go round Simon on that occasion.
Yeah, had the legs and the momentum to kind of just push his way around. Simon doing the attempted hip check, but unsuccessful.
So that might just open this game up a little bit more. Burns pressured on by Johnson. Cole comes and helps out. Last 20 seconds. Pass to Hopkinson's picked out. He gets it back though. Gets a shot off. Cole on the rebound. It's floating there. Aston Brooks getting a couple of touches on that. And here's McRae. Time ticking down. He's got McCarr going to the net, but he puts a shot on and a glove save for Harrison.
Yeah, the other way. The Swarm players just not able to connect on it because the puck was kind of floating up. Difficult to play like that. But they had the chances going.
Shot there from McRae as well. Put aside from Harrison, and that will do it for the opening period here at the Hive. 1-1.
Yeah, so a goal from Andre Kozak and a goal from Axel Rusky Jones for the first period. Ivan Dalmatal did not return to the bench.
I'd imagine he will be back.
Yeah, we'll hopefully see him back for the second period. I'll make sure I let you guys know because, yeah, I'm truly interested myself. That's going to be a big loss for the Swarm if Dalmatal is out injured.
That would be.
From that tripping injury. But yeah, we've got a game on our hands. We've got the Stampede and the Swarm are still, the Stampede are still leading in a shot count, 13-8. But the Swarm still, they're getting their chances. They are in front of the net a bit more in the second half of the first period than the first half. It seemed like the Stampede were just controlling a little more, not really letting the Swarm play how they want to normally play. The Swarm have kind of taken a bit of that momentum back now. So
yeah, towards the end of that period, you were seeing it does look 50-50 out there. Both teams getting goal-scoring opportunities. Obviously, a great goal there from Rusky Jones to tie it after the Swarm got a power play goal. But yeah, definitely got a good rest of the 40 minutes left of hockey coming up.
Yep, it's going to go either way here. 1-1 game so far. So yeah, we will take a short intermission break and see you after that. Kia ora, folks, welcome back. We are at the Hive. We are just starting the second period between the Botany Swarm and the SkyCity Stampede. Currently have a 1-1 score so far, with Andre Kozak opening the scoring for the Botany Swarm, and then Axel Rusky-Jones returning the favour in about 2 minutes after that. So yeah, we have got a game on our hands. I think both teams are actually looking a little slow tonight, to be honest.
Yeah,
like they're kind of feeling each other out.
Yeah, they're definitely conservative to start this game. You obviously don't want to give away too many chances or breakaways, because I think if one team gets a 2 or 3 goal advantage here tonight, I think, you know, that could be good night, as the other team would just, you know, park the bus, shut it down.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how this period goes then.
So we're underway on the second period here at Botany in this NZIHL matchup. One of the Ross brothers, we all find Seabass right through the middle. Puts a shot on, but hits the stick of Thula on the way of the net. Put it right into that slot area, but Marcus McDonald was tracking back for the Swarm, and he'll gain the zone here. It's on the afterburners again, does McDonald. Plays it up top. Atwell will rip one right along the ice, put aside by Brooks. There's Nolan Ross on the far side. Gets a pass up to Seabass. And he'll play it back to his defenseman, True. Receives a hit there from Kozak as well. Try to find Nolan Ross on the far side, but that's picked out by Koptev. Sorry, that's Kazanov. And Dalmatau back out there for the Swarm. Good to see. Here's Carroll, he'll go to the net. Goes around the back, trying to wrap around a Tim, but then Barley almost put it home. Shot there from Simon, he'll score!
That time his slap shot got past Brooks. It was on net and everything. What a goal. Bit of traffic in front, I'm sure. We'll get a better look with the replay from behind the net. But that just looked like a classic Luke Simon slap shot.
I think it was a wrist shot there, Joshy.
Was it? Never mind then. It's as powerful as a slap shot, it seems like. No, we're actually missing it on the replay, but that's all right.
Gives it to Dalmatau. He gets a quick shot off. That's put aside by Brooks.
Yeah, back on the ice is Dalmatau.
Swarm starting this period pretty strong. Devlin on the far side, he'll put it in. Harrison giving chase, but Simon's going to be there first for the Swarm. Connor Harrison making a good nuisance of himself, almost won it back. Here's the goal scorer, Simon. Tried to backhand it into the zone, but only found Burns. Might be able to get another replay of that goal, as we do get a whistle. Here we go. Connor Harrison cleared it there initially.
Yeah, wrist shot. Knocked the water bottle as well. Good to see Luke Simon almost making up for the defensive effort that led on the goal against the Swarm. So Simon able to get that one back for his team.
McRae trying to clear, but Johnson will give it to Cole. He's right in front. Cole trying to go on the back end. Big save by Brooks.
Cole just left completely all by himself, right in front of the net.
Cole almost got the backhand over the pads as well. That would have been a nice goal. Now here's McRae, centering pass here to McCarg. And the Swarm are going to come the other way now. Cole trying to go right through the middle. He's double teamed by McCullum and Chalice. Hopkinson plays it off the boards into the middle for Johnson. He'll gain his own as the Swarm have touched up. McCarver up to McRae. Leaves it on for McCullum. Burns tries to wrap that one around, takes a weird bounce off that Zamboni door, as it has done all season. And no icing on the play. It was waved off by the officials. Nice pass up to Seabass. He tries to get a shot off, he does. Little toe drag, then quick release shot. Did Seabass do. Nicely kept in by Davis Ross. Gets a shot off, puts it straight on net and covered up by Harrison. No rebound.
A good save by Harrison. Puck just kept in. Yeah, here's Cole all by himself there. Tried to go backhand to just slide the puck in.
It's a good move what he tried to do. Oh,
Yeah.
just needs to elevate a little bit more there, Joshy.
Yeah, had the right idea. I'm not sure why the Stampede just left him all alone. Not Aston Brooks' job to try and mark a skater.
Well, that's what happens in the BHL as well. Cole gets left all alone quite a lot. And he racks up those points by doing just that. Barley trying to find Dalmatau. That's a little bit in front of him, but icing waved off as it was right on goal. Now Carroll trying to find Barley once again in the middle. Those two trying to link up. And here goes Nolan Ross with a bit of speed and puts it past the post. Absolutely ripped that. Stampede are not offside as that puck did not come outside the blue, but no real forecheck. Definitely playing conservative on the forecheck, other Stampede at the moment. Now Barley, I think Nolan Ross thought it was icing. It was Davis Ross waiting for a call, did not come. And now his brother Nolan will give it off to Seabass and get it back. Wimmer will play it up to Carroll. Carroll with a good move.
Ooh.
Put it right into the middle. Now Amson's going to have a bit of pace and go right through the middle. Try to go through the defenders. Simon reads that well and comes away with it. Burns shuts the door there on Cole. Put in low by Hopkinson, unable to control it was Jonsson. Puck comes out into the neutral. Wimmer plays that to Cole. He'll give it to Jonsson. Left on. I think Cole was trying to find another skater there. Probably needed to get something on net. Just kept in by Wimmer. Hampson backhands that up. Stampede will get it out of the zone. As the goal scorer, Rusky Jones. Played by Wimmer to the far side for Kozak. A little bit of time here for Andre Kozak. Plays it up for McDonald. McDonald trying to go through the middle, didn't get a shot off. Here's Kozak, he gets a shot. Not sure if that was a save or hit some one on the way of the net. As McRae just puts it in deep, but Atwell's going to be there first. Definitely a little bit more intensity in this period, Josh.
Yeah, both teams are trying something a little bit new now. Just making moves that I don't think they would have tried in the first period.
Sando will play that for March behind his own net. Shot there from the point. No rebound once again from Harrison.
Yeah, I think the Swarm are doing quite well at their poke check defending as well, notably in the second period. Stampede sometimes struggling to just get into the zone because they get a poke check, losing the puck possession right as they go over. So the Swarm are doing quite well on that front and have definitely narrowed that shot count difference.
Burns will play it over. Ross brothers linking up once again. Nolan try to find Davis. He was looking to go towards the far post. Burns plays that over. Puck's going to come out, so the Stampede will have to touch up. Stolen here by Carroll. Try to find Dalmatau. Just couldn't get the pass off. Burns will just elect to skate through. Here's Nolan Ross. Couldn't get a shot off. Good stick there by Barley.
Another poke check at the right time.
Bali plays it to Dalmatau, gets it back. If he just controlled that, he could have got a pass off there to Carroll, but Anderson's going to come the other way now. Leaves it on Seabass with a shot, glove save.
The Botany Swarm would like to thank Commercial Painting Limited for their continued support for the 2025 season. Another good save for Grace Harrison. She's looking quite comfortable in net tonight, making all the saves that she needs to.
Got a whistle on that face-off, so we'll do it again. You're definitely right there, MG. I do not like that Zamboni door. But for any team, it does probably work out a bit better for it. Is the home team, the Swarm, as that would be in their attacking zone. Shot there from Hopkinson, got through everyone. And that's going to be delay a game against Devlin as he tried to rim it around the glass, but just got it a little bit too high.
Yeah, not intentional, but that's the rules of hockey. He cleared the puck over the glass. Be a delay of game penalty, so he'll sit in the box for 2 minutes. So that's going to be a power play for the Botany Swarm. Just missing on that replay, but yeah, that cleared over, hit the netting.
And they made short work of their first power play, so they got Outwell, Cole and Kozak there on the forwards with McDonald and Sandoy up at the points. Sandoy rips one, gets through everyone. Brooks makes the pad save. Try it again. Shot there from Outwell, that's blocked and cleared the length of the ice by Chalice. Harrison behind the net will play that up to Sandoy as Maxwell McCarg was hot on his heels, almost got a turnover in the attacking zone. McDonald gains the zone here for the Swarm. Plenty of Swarm players around him to pass through. Shot there from Kozak, tough angle, but Burns on the way of the net. Sandoy fluffs on the shot. He's going to get another chance here. He's pressured up by Chalice, who steals it back. Sandoy will play it behind the goal for Kozak. Just waiting for some options. Outwell with a shot. Nicely blocked there once again by Burns. Good shift from him. Kozak at the red line. Try to find Outwell, who was going to the net. Once again, Kozak. Give it up to Simon. Once again, try to find Outwell going far post, but that did not get through. Precious seconds counting down here as Chalice will mess around with it just to burn a bit of time. Plays around the back. Marshalsol's going to be there first for the Swarm. Simon will give it to Barley. Didn't get it where he would have liked. And that's Devlin out of the box. So nothing doing on the power play here for the Swarm. Barley with it. Trying to go through Nolan Ross, unable to. Seabass's pass picked off. Dalmatau comes into the zone. Dalmatau still with it. True sticks that into the corner. Dalmatau got there first though. Nicely intercepted here by Davis Ross. Kazanov plays it up for Dalmatau. He doesn't control it as Seabass comes and pounces on it. Gets through a couple of Swarm defensemen. Centering pass there for Davis. Gets a shot off as well. Another weird bounce there off the Zamboni door. That Simon was looking for it going behind the net, and then it comes. So when it does come off there, it's always going towards the goalie. Carroll here trying to get through Ross. That's Davis Ross, the last defenseman there.
Yeah, so the Swarm just unsuccessful on their commercial painting power play. The Stampede do actually have the highest penalty kill in the season so far, racking about 80% percentage of killing their penalties. So yeah, the Swarm just unsuccessful on that one. And we also have a special group joining us today. Join us in giving a Swarm welcome to Two Dudes and the team from Chemist Warehouse as they take in the action. Welcome to the Hive.
Yeah, they're just down here to the right of us, Josh, is Tom Tappan. Shot there from Ross, deflected by Harrison, put right through the goal mouth. Now McCullum, he'll give it to Harrison, who tried to find Ross. And that hits the netting, so we will get a face-off.
Yeah, I think that was just deflected, otherwise they could have gone for it to have game penalty too. Yeah, Cole again, kind of in front. Add a bit more pressure on him that time. Not able to get any shots past Brooks on that.
Face off won by the Swarm. Devlin over there. Kozak gets brushed out by Harrison. Marshall does well to get that pass over to Outwell. Now Wimmer up ice to McDonald. He'll wait for some options, but his pass hit the stick. Now Harrison. He's pushing to the boards there by Outwell, and then he cross-checks Outwell, but no whistle.
Yeah, Harrison just giving a big cross-check to Atwell right in front.
Yeah, not sure how the ref missed that one.
It was right in front of him.
Is a shot there from McCarg. He was in the high slot area, but puts it wide.
Yeah, I don't think Harrison was too happy with the hissy that he had to take into the boards. So he just shoved Atwell in front. Should see it here, and you see that the ref was in a perfect position. Right
good
here.
Hit by Atwell, and yeah, try to cross-check him in the midsection.
Yeah, Atwell also giving him some lip as he comes off the bench as well. Onto the bench. Yeah, a few words going both ways.
Now Dalmatau gets that pass off to Barley. Not sure how he did. Here's Carroll. Gets a shot on a net. Hit the chest of Brooks. High stick against the Swarm, so we are going to get a whistle.
Yeah,
Carroll is just that skilled. He can just pick the puck out of midair with a stick anywhere you like.
Yeah, the hand-eye coordination's incredible. So the puck will, the face-off will come out of the zone.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I wouldn't hit that if I had 100 tries.
Saw him in warm-up, and he just easily elevates the puck, starts juggling it. Not cleared here by the Swarm. Amson keeps that in. Goes onto that far side. Thula. And a couple of options in the middle. Doesn't find the tape. No icing though. Amson over to Burns. Chalice trying to find Rusky Jones. Chance here for McCarg. If he gets a shot off, he does.
Yeah, I think Rusky Jones just skated into Harrison there as well. That's why the Swarm surrounded Rusky Jones there after the play.
Getting called biased there, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably be biased. I'm a Swarm fan, I will admit it, but I do call what I see.
Definitely from Queenstown.
Yeah, I could probably have a guess as to where that person lives. That's all right. We all have our biases. That's just how humans work.
Now here's McRae on that far side. Gets past one. Try to find a centering pass, but hit the stick of Simon, it seemed. Kazanov trying to win that against Seabass, but he'll come away with it. Shot there from Davis Ross. He'll score.
Just scored 5-hole, I think. We need to take a look at the replay. Bit of traffic from our angle as to how that puck went in. But it ultimately did. To give us a 2-all game.
So Davis Ross will get his very first goal in this league.
Yeah, there were 3 players in front of Grace Harrison. No chance she was going to be able to see that.
So welcome to the NZIHL, Davis Ross. Must have heard good things from his brother Nolan and said, I need a little bit of that in my life. Wimmer will play it up for McDonald, who'll just put it in right around. Brooks does get a touch on it. Kozak pressured on. Here's McDonald. Doesn't shoot. Plays it around the back for Outwell. He'll give it up top for Wimmer. Does well to keep that in. Puts a shot on. Takes a wicked deflection on the way of the net off True. Now McDonald showing a bit of skill and gets pushed off the puck there by Davis Ross. Seabass, aka Colin McIntosh, goes right through a couple of Swan defensemen, doesn't get a shot off as Harrison comes and pounces on that.
Yeah, another good save. Harrison was able to see that time. I want to give a big thank you to Print Plus, official printing partner of the Botany Swarm. Visit printplus.co.nz for all your printing needs. Yeah, I would have kind of so dragged the puck around, try and give himself a better chance. But Harrison ultimately makes the save.
Nolan Ross with it. He'll find McCullum. Gets a shot off. Missed the net entirely. Might get it back again here. Devlin in the corner. Swing pass. And another shot there from Nolan Ross. Another weird bounce off that Zamboni door. Got to be careful if you're firing it down the boards there, Josh. It normally does squirt out right along that goal line, or even right into that crease area.
Yeah, they've carved just the right angle onto that door to bounce perfectly in front. Impressive engineering.
Carroll will come away with it in the corner. Carroll still with it. Backhand shot. Ooh, good save by Brooks. Looks like Fuller might have been tripped, but no call. Barley right through the middle. Gets her another defender. Barley still with it here for the Swarm. He's on for Wimmer. He'll get a shot off. Easy save there for Brooks.
Barley going for a little bit of a loop there. I think from his own defensive zone. Came in, whipped around. Seeing on here, Carroll was able to skate in right in front of the net. But yeah, ultimately saved. I
see one there by McCarg. Burns, he's pressured on by a couple of Swarm attackers. McCarg will play it back. Hampson plays it up to Chalice. He gets a pass to McCarg and then up to Rusky Jones. Got two Rusky Jones brothers out there this evening, Ollie and Axel. Now Luke Simon. Looking for some options, gives it to Cole. Hawkinson's there. Simon with a shot that's blocked really nicely there by Axel Rusky Jones.
We hope you're enjoying this heart-stopping action. And on that note, a big thank you to AED NZ, cardiac equipment specialists. Don't skip a beat with AED New Zealand.
So the Swarm will get their first line out there. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the second frame. Nicely won there by Atwell. Sandoy with a rip. Pushed aside by the goaltender. Pass right into the middle for McDonald. Gets a shot off as well. Yep. Couldn't find any net as that went straight into the heart of Brooks.
Yeah, Brooks just getting the arm in the way to make the save. A few saves he's had to make where he's almost just gotten there enough. Just a shoulder, just an elbow in the way.
So once again, Atwell versus Seabass. McRae will clear the zone. March does well. Good pass to Kozak, leaves it on for Atwell. Atwell with a shot, just big blocker save though from Brooks. That was destined for the top net.
Yeah, from what I could tell, that was going, but a blocker save by Brooks. Yeah, it looked like there was a big open hole in his goalie stance, but not very deceptive. Brooks got in the way, made the save.
Yeah, well, he knew that was a good opportunity, a good shot, but an even better save. So here's Davis Ross, trying to go right through the middle, picked out here by Barley. He'll rip one just past the post.
Another rocket.
Batted out of mid-air there by True, and it will be high sticked.
It's a face-off in the zone. Yeah, big one-up slap shot. Fans behind the glass ducking out of the way. Probably worried the puck would just shoot right through the glass. I have seen it happen. So not here, but I have seen a...
I've seen it happen here at a Swarm training when we used to have Temu Rantanen.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
He's probably got the hardest shot I've ever seen. A glass-breaking shot, if you will. So Simon will rim that one around for Dalmatau. Gets dispossessed there by Devlin, but the Swarm will still have it. Dalmatau plays that over for Thula. Carroll did get a touch on that. Thula trying to go through McCullum. Gets double teamed and pushed into the boards. Carroll with a centering pass here to Dalmatau. Couldn't get anything on it as his stick was lifted there by Devlin.
Just out of play there, so we'll go for a face-off. Here's the replay. Tula, yeah, just getting hit by both players there. Was waiting for a Swarm player to get in front of the net that he could pass to. Puck went in front of the net right at the end, but now got a face-off.
McCullum will play that one behind for Davis Ross. Chalice up to McCarg. McCarg on the backhand, put a pass right through the crease. Davis Ross unable to keep that in. Now Johnson try to get a backhand shot on net, but missed everything. And Marchessault gets crunched there by McCarg. Put his body on the line to try and keep that in for the Swarm. Chelsea will give it to Ross. Hits traffic on the way of the net. There was quite a few jerseys in front of the net there. Last minute remaining in the second period. Very even game now. Maybe a slight advantage for the Swarm as they've had the majority of the goal scoring opportunities here. And they'll gain the zone once again. Atwell gets around the back, plays it up top for Sandoy. He'll get a shot on. Ooh, Brooks makes a double save.
Yeah, puck bounced off of his arm there, but ultimately caught in his glove. Good rebound control by Brooks. Otherwise, that could have been a very good opportunity for the Swarm. Kozak was right there, ready for the rebound. Could have seen something similar to his first goal.
Now McRae trying to pick out Seabass in the middle. He does. Seabass still with it. Seabass, he'll score! Colin McIntosh makes it 3-2 to the Stampede.
Yeah, just the Swarm defense collapsing a little bit there as McIntosh was able to kind of just do what he wanted. Tula missing the poke check. McIntosh able to escape around behind him and pick up his own pass. And then skated just around Grace to put the puck in, making Harrison have to dive to her right, but McIntosh went to her left. So that's going to be 3-2, SkyCity Stampede with 5 seconds left.
Shot there from Barley, doesn't get everything on it, and time has wound down here in the second period. Stampede with a 3-2 lead, 24-23 shots in favour of the Stampede as well. Pretty even matchup there that period, Josh?
Yeah, yep, still very even. I think the Swarm probably improved a little bit in that period, trying to catch up to the Stampede's effort that they're putting in. So we're going to go by Luke Simon, Davis Ross, and Colin McIntosh for this period. Both teams are breaking out a little more now. Started a little slow, just feeling each other out, seeing how they wanted to kind of play the game. Now they're taking a few more risks. Going to take risks to get a reward. Yeah, got to risk it for the biscuit. So, yep, the Swarm and the Stampede are both doing that now. It's probably going to continue on to the third period. We're going to see probably the best of the action tonight in the third period.
Oh, for sure. And obviously, Seabass, haven't really talked about him so much this game. Hasn't been too prolific, but when you give him some time and space, he can do things like that.
Yeah. And
he certainly put that one home quite well.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to stop. There was pretty much just one mistake, and McIntosh capitalized on it. So, yeah, you kind of do need to try and play a perfect game when you're playing against the Stampede. Tough to do. Swarm will be looking to do that, though. So, yeah, we will get ready for the third period. We will see you guys after this short intermission. Kia ora, folks. We are back at the Hive, getting ready for the third period of the game between the Botany Swarm and the SkyCity Stampede. SkyCity Stampede got a late third goal to give themselves the lead at the end of the second period. So yeah, 3-2 is currently the score. Just see, we've got Slick, Stick, Stuck, missed the first two periods. Well, I'll give you an update since you missed it. So we had the Swarm opening the scoring, Andre Kozak getting the first goal. Stampede quickly returns the favour for the goal to tie back up. Both teams are looking a little hesitant at the start, but it's really broken out now. Both teams trying something new, trying something different, to try whatever they can to get those 3 points for tonight's game result. We get underway for the third period.
And McDonald straight onto that. Played around the back. Kozak gets there first, puts a shot on right from that Zamboni door, and Brooks is going to have to cover that up for a whistle.
Yeah, Kozak pretty much putting it where the puck would have bounced off of the Zamboni door. But Brooks made the save. Swarm have now tied it up on the shot count as well, 24 each.
Played behind there by McCullum. Now Lockie Frere. Tried to find Seabass, but only found Sandoy. Nice pass there from Outwell. He'll find Kozak. Pass there to McDonald. His stick lifted. Doesn't get a shot off. A rebound attempt right there in the crease. He takes another swing at it, and
that looked bad.
McRae pulls him from behind.
Just grabbed him from behind and threw him to the ice.
Yeah, I think McDonald maybe took a hack after the whistle there, but McRae's going to be in the box for roughing.
Yeah, I think that is what started it. But yeah, McRae will get the penalty on that play. See if we can take a look. So McDonald's coming in hot, has his stick lifted, tried to backhand dig. He kind of fell. He got that last dig at the end as well as he was coming up. So yeah, I can see why Mike McRae was not happy with it. But
that was a skate save made by Brooks there too.
Yeah, not great grabbing him round his cage though. That is not on with me. But like we said before, I am biased.
So the Swarm are here on the power play. Marchessault with it behind the net. He'll give it to Carroll and get it back. Shot there from Marchessault, and that's put aside by Brooks. Now Barley in the corner. Gives it to Carroll. Carroll with a shot, nicely blocked there by Seabass. Cleared there by Amson, but doesn't get out of the zone. Simon will find Barley on that far side. He'll just flick one in. Amson does well. He'll clear that one the length of the ice. Nolan Ross giving chase to Barley. Nice fresh sheet of ice here for the Botany Swarm to work with. A minute remaining as that comes outside the zone. They're going to have to touch up. Have to be careful here as Nolan Ross was trying to steal that one away. Now Harrison will gain the zone for the Stampede. Gets a shot on net. As Barley turns around from Harrison. No pressure on the puck carrier there from the Stampede, and that pass just a little bit ahead of Carroll. Now Rusky Jones puts that in the zone. Sandoy will give it up to Outwell. Still with it is Outwell. Plays it behind the net for Cole to skate onto. Cole fires it along the ice dangerously. I think he was looking for Outwell, but I don't think he knew the puck was coming. Penalty time about to expire there for McRae. He's out of the box now. McDonald trying to go through two Stampede players. Nice stick there from Rusky Jones. He'll get the puck out. Only given to Rusky Jones. McRae's going to have to touch up before he gains the zone. He does. Sandoy up to Cole. Try to find Sandoy again, but that's just a little bit too far in front of him. So Burns will rim that one around. Carroll puts it back in low. Kozak behind the net. Kozak looking for some options. Bali comes and picks that one out of the legs. Thula try to find Bali, but that hits the skate of Harrison. Kozak. His pass picked out. Harrison will gain the zone. Just double team there. Marshall playing defense here this evening for the Swarm. Left on for Dalmatau. Can he get a shot off Dalmatau? No
goal.
Waved off. I have to have a look at that. I think it went in the goal and back out.
Yeah, that other camera will hopefully capture that for us.
We do get a whistle now. We'll have to see here on the replay. Dalmatau with the shot.
Hit the crossbar.
Did it though?
But
there's no sound.
Yeah, I was surprised I didn't hear a sound.
Can't see on
can't
that
see
one.
from there. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll have to obviously say no goal to that, but yeah, perhaps we can take another look at that one later. Because that was very deceptive looking bounces that the puck was doing there.
You're right, Josh, it was. Swarm looking dangerous opening this third period. Here comes Hopkinson. Gets a backhand shot on. Save made. Koptev, he tried to find Jonsson. Lucky Free going to try to get there first, but Wimmer stepping in. Doing well. Backhand pass to Koptev. He'll get a shot off. That looks like he got blocked.
Swarm continuing their pressure from their commercial painting power play.
Now Simon, he'll gain the zone. His pass to Outwell picked off by Amston. Lucky Frere will just throw a muffin in low. Stick played at by Harrison. Big crunching hit on the far side. They're going to get a whistle on the play too. Simon.
Yeah, it does not look good there. Hit from behind. Pretty sure that's going to be a boarding call there.
That was against Dylan Devlin as well. We'll see here on the replay. Yeah, just kind of turned at the last second to Devlin. Drew the penalty quite well.
Hard for Simon to really time that, but that is his job to keep the player safe when laying a hit. So take a look at that shot here. You still can't really tell from that angle exactly what it's bouncing off of. Dalmatau even celebrated as well. He was skating around as if he scored.
So now the Stampede on the power play here. Looking to extend their lead. Shot there from Seabass. And they'll clear that the length of the ice through Carroll. The Ross brothers will link up. Nolan will take it in the zone. Plays it over to Seabass. He rims that one right around. Davis Ross will keep that in for the Stampede. Here's McRae. Doesn't get a shot. Looking to get some people in motion. Here's Seabass. His shot just hit the stick of Carroll and lifted over the goal and up into the netting.
Yeah, I could tell the Stampede. Oh, here we go again. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to get any more from this angle here. It does actually deflect off of Brooks.
Yeah, that looks like, I would say that
it must have hit the must have hit the crossbar.
But you can always,
you usually can hear it though, which is why we're both confused.
Yeah, but it was like that, the dong, because it was, I would say that's probably in the goal, but hey, inconclusive evidence.
We need one of those cameras right above the goal that just looks straight down, NHL style. That would have solved it for us.
That would be very nice. Here's Nolan Ross. Bit of speed. 47 seconds remaining on the power play for the Stampede. Here's his brother Davis Ross. Twin brother, actually. think I'm doing pretty well to tell them apart so far. Here's Nolan. Seabass will play it over. Davis Ross looking for a shot, doesn't pull the trigger. Here's Davis once again.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful play there by Marshall.
Didn't think that was going to work out, but it did.
Now Seabass gets past Thula in the corner, gets a pass into the slot area, shot there from Nolan.
Just as Simon's coming out.
Nice pass there from Brooks, but Outwell will come the other way. Thula trying to go into the middle, but he's pushed off the puck there by McRae. Still don't clear, do the Stampede. Burns up to Chalice. He tried to find McRae on the far side, almost picked out there by Thula, and that will be icing against the Stampede as they had a bit of pressure on them.
So here's the diving save. Actually, it's actually the stick that got it. Kyle March just leaving the stick behind to swipe it away from Stampede's shooting opportunity.
Here's McRae. Try to find Chalice on the far side, but hit the stick of a Swarm player. Swarm don't clear. Here's Nolan Ross. Over to Burns. Amston. He'll rip one, but that goes over the crossbar. Kozak tried to play it through the middle. Nicely kept in here by Nolan Ross. Read that breakout pass well. Still a one-goal advantage here for the Stampede in the third period. Shot there from Ross from the point, just over the crossbar. Amston tried to find someone in that slot area, but only found Marcus McDonald, and he'll get on his horse. Shoots way past the goal there, comes out of the zone as well. Thula's pass, not to the tape of Simon, so they have to track back. Harford will find McCullum. Couple of good passes there for the Stampede. Put in by Rusky Jones, gets it on net. Oh, Carroll finds Barley on the near side. Barley turning away there from Harford. Simon, his shot blocked. Dalmatau. Try to get something on net there. Now Rusky Jones with a bit of time to skate down the left. Chip and chase. Devlin's going to get there first. Try to find Rusky Jones as well, but just past his stick. Now Davis Ross will find McCullum. He'll pull the trigger. Big save there for Harrison.
We want to say thank you to Nice IT, the nice guys in IT, for their continued support this season. For all your IT needs, go to Nice IT. Bryce, I feel like the Swarm have kind of lost their momentum a bit from that penalty kill. They did, take a look at those signs there. The Kyles are such beauties. Evan C and Ivan D smash the Stampede in perfect harmony. It's cool seeing some of the fans here creating some signs to spur on their team. Love to see the good banter that happens with that.
Here's Koptev trying to get through the middle. Hopkinson just couldn't get it past. Now Davis Ross is going to come the other way. He's got Lockie Free going in the net. Finds Seabass. Seabass tried to go on the backhand but couldn't pull the trigger. Marchessault will find Jonsson 2-on-1. Marchessault will get it back. Shoots. Big bad save by Brooks. Now Seabass all alone. Going to be whistled for offside. Not happy about the call as well as Seabass.
Yeah, went up to the linesman and kind of yelling a bit there. He did have his hand up quite well before C-Mac made the shot. We'll see here, March trying to go far side. Brooks with the pad save. Rushes both ways. I think the Stampede were calling for a hooking on their rush attempt before the offside play.
Nicely won there by Atwell. Wimmer will get a shot off. Hits traffic on the way. Now Nolan Ross will play that up for Harrison. Gets it back. Nolan Ross with a bit of pace. Shoots and scores.
Yeah, 5-hole goal scored there. Grace Harrison just not getting down in time to make the save. And take another look at that one on the replay. On the left side was Harrison. Wimmer trying to drive out wide, but not enough. Was still able to get the shot away. So that's going to make it 4-2 to the SkyCity Stampede.
You can see old McRae and Atwell getting a little bit lippy to each other on the bench here.
Yep. This will probably be not a good game to mic up any of our players, so we wouldn't be able to post any of that to YouTube, I'm sure.
So both the Ross brothers with a goal here tonight for the Stampede. They find themselves 2 goals up now.
Colour me surprised.
And the Swarm need to be the next team who scores in this game, as I don't think any team will be able to get maybe 3 goals this period. Have to wait and find out though. Burns doesn't clear, but Amson comes in and helps out. That takes a funny bounce there as well. Here's Lockie Freer, he'll get a shot on. Now Thula trying to find Dalmatel, but that's picked out by Harford. Carroll there first. Seabass comes and steals it. And finally out of the zone as McDonald's pressured on there by McRae. Nice pass there from Seabass. He'll find McRae. Now March will play it up to Barley. He'll just lift it off the glass and get it out of danger and get a change. Into the last half of this period now. That comes out, so they'll have to touch up. As McDonald was hit there by McCullum and then gives him a cross check.
Oh, hits all over the place now. Broken sticks. Yeah, McDonald was just squashed up onto the boards, didn't like that he was being held, so he just gave a cross check at the end. And then there were hits all over the other place as well. Yeah, just missing it off camera, but McDonald was being held, so he gave him a cross check. And then almost a cartwheel there. And then just off screen, a hit there. There's about 4 or 5 different hits in play there. But the Swarm are going to go on the penalty kill after that cross check from McDonald.
If there's any team that does get under the skin of the Swarm players better, it is the SkyCity Stampede that do it the best. So now the Stampede on the power play. Shot there from Nolan Ross in the high slot. Wimmer takes a tumble as Nolan Ross comes and gets on that puck. Up high is Seabass. Gives it over to Davis. Seabass will rip one. Nicely blocked there by Marchesol. That looks like it hurt. He's taking a battering. He's trying to get off too.
Wading water there.
Not in a good way. McRae will play it up top for Davis. Gets it back. McRae will pull the trigger, but it doesn't get through. Hits traffic on the way. Now Simon gets tripped up. Delayed call. Over to Carroll. Goes through one. And touched up there by Seabass.
Both referees with their hand up, but I assume it was just the one penalty that they were calling. As Luke Simon gets tripped up as he was trying to exit the zone. McRae with the stick just in the way. There's March's block. Putting his body on the line. Does it almost every single game. Kyle March would just put his body's well-being in the way to save his team from letting a goal go in.
Here's Simon with a bit of space to shoot at. Right into the glove, though.
A lot of space and time to try and pick that shot.
Yeah, I think March has gone down the tunnel.
Yeah, I don't see him on the bench anymore. Get some ice on that bruise that will definitely be developing on his leg.
Simon almost gets a puck stolen there from Chalice. So 4 on 4 here for another 35 seconds. Chalice will play it back for Amson. Plays up the boards for Chalice, but Dalmatel's there first. Plays it off the boards to himself. Trying to go through Amson. And that's cleared the length of the ice. Should be icing. It will be.
Yeah, just 8 seconds left on the Botany Swarm's penalty kill. Well, sorry, they've got McDonald in the box. They're not calling a penalty right now, but they've just got 8 seconds left till McDonald comes out. And there'll be another commercial painting power play for the Swarm for only a minute or so.
Kozak has it in the corner, plays it up for Thula. Finds Sandoy. He'll get a shot on. Atwell was looking for a redirect in front. Puck comes out. Chalice goes through Thula and just dumps that in, gets a change. So now the Swarm on the power play for 45. Sandoy puts that one in. Brooks plays it behind his net. Now McIntosh can't get it past Rusky Jones. Here he is all alone. Shoots. Big blocker saved by Harrison. Huge opportunity there for Axel Rusky Jones. Put his first breakaway attempt home. Couldn't do the second. Sandoy versus Rusky Jones there. Foot race. Pretty poor 45-second power play here for the Swarm. As McRae is out of the box. Carroll, he'll shoot. Big blocker. Can't get it past Brooks. Barley will gain the zone. He gets hit hard. Dalmatel couldn't get that above the blocker. Missed the net. Now McRae will find Lockie Frere. Some big hits happening now.
Luke Simon having a chuckle with that against McRae.
Now Barley, he'll get a shot right into the breadbasket though of Brooks.
Oh. Yeah, Barley just skating into Brooks there. He tried to stop, but he kind of had a Stampede player getting in his way, making it a bit harder. Yeah, Amston not exactly helping out Barley to try and protect his own goaltender.
He almost pushing him into his own goalie, wasn't he?
Yeah, usually that starts a bit more feistiness after something like that. But everyone's gloves remain on.
Unfortunately. So Simon, he'll have it in his own zone. Swarm definitely need a goal. Johnson trying to go past Amson. Stampede will clear. Seabass will play it up for McRae. Using that body well was McRae. Shot there from Amson. Just missed that top corner. And that hits the netting, so we'll get a whistle.
The Swarm want to say another huge thank you to Commercial Painting Limited for their support this season. We'll see the Swarm Trooper in the background there. It's been to a few games now. Pretty cool to see. I don't know if he's got the best viewing sight with that helmet on, but seems to be enjoying the game though.
I'd imagine not. Shot there from Ross. That misses everything. That was Davis. Cole will just put that one in. No real chasers here for the Swarm at the moment. Davis Ross plays that off the glass. Gets hit there by Jonsson too. Not really a guy who dishes out that many hits as Kyle Jonsson. Now Nolan Ross. He'll get a shot off from the slot. Ooh, almost trickled through.
Just missed the goal.
Now Hopkinson over to Thula. Johnson got a touch on that, so no icing. McCullum there first for the Stampede. Thula unable to keep it in. Carroll has to put on the brakes. Try to find Dalmatel, but that's just in front of him. As McCullum plays it over to Davis Ross. Rusky Jones doesn't clear. They finally do through McCullum.
Swarm struggling to set up now.
Here's Rusky Jones. He'll rip a shot. No trouble there for Harrison.
I will try and keep an eye on the bench as to whether they call Grace Harrison over to get an empty net and the extra attacker on.
I'd imagine they won't be too far off that.
Yeah, they'll be looking to do it soon, if not the next time the Swarm are down the other end of the ice.
Amson with it up high. His shot blocked on the way by Barley. Dalmatel push off the puck there by Devlin. McCarg here on this near side. He gets pushed by Wimmer. Rusky Jones with it. One-time shot there from Amson. Absolute rocket. Swarm can't get the puck back at the moment. Stampede looking to finish this game strong. Max McCarg doing well to win that back. Finds Seabass. He goes through Thula.
Harrison's been taken out. She's got a stick all in her equipment there. Oh, it was actually Swarm stick. Oh, big hit on the boards as well.
Yeah, McCarg coming in for a late hit there on Thula on the near side, right in front of the Stampede bench.
Both benches all standing up now after watching that play out. Did we have a goaltender interference call on that play, or do we have another penalty happening? McIntosh, I think, is going into the box.
Yep, will be.
He wasn't the one that... Oh, no, he was the... Okay, it was probably that penalty, the trip.
And is that hit late, you reckon?
It's a little late. I more just don't like how kind of close it was to the boards. Kind of a dangerous hit, the way he fell as well. We do have a timeout called now.
And Harrison is on the bench too, so it'll be 6-on-4.
Oh yeah, she's got in very comfy on the bench, so yeah, they'll be starting the face-off with 6 attackers. But yeah, kind of running out of time for to about to get 2 goals. The Stampede are also now in a good opportunity to just dump the puck and go for the empty net. Now that they're on the penalty kill, there's no chance of an icing. So does this play into the Stampede's hand? Almost a little bit.
A little bit, for sure. They do have Rusky Jones and the 2 Ross brothers out there, so they've definitely got speed if they do exit the zone.
So there's that empty net, unprotected. Good chance for the Stampede to try and extend that score and secure the win.
Swarm in possession. Kozak will play it up for Simon. Carroll with it. Up high is Simon once again. Down low, Kozak. Try to go right through the slot area. Barley down low for Outwell. He's pressured on by Davis Ross. Simon back in past to Carroll. Carroll with the shot. It's blocked there by Rusky Jones. Davis Ross trying to get it so he can get a shot off, but Carroll does well. Now Barley leaves on for Dalmatel. Here's Dalmatel. Tried a one-handed tuck. Couldn't finish it.
A penalty on Carroll's hit, I believe. Down into that Zamboni door corner. So I actually didn't quite catch the hit. I was looking at my score sheet here. Yeah, I mean, you could almost call him for a few things there. Hit from behind. I don't even really think he was that close to the puck, so potentially interference as well.
And they call you biased.
Oh, I'm incredibly biased, yeah, 100%. Don't listen to a word I'm saying. So 4-on-4 for the last 7 seconds. Yeah, I can't really imagine that penalty is going to make much of a difference to the final result of this game.
So Harrison will be back in net. 7 seconds remaining. The Stampede are going to get the win here this evening of the first game of the weekend. And there it is. 3 crucial points for the SkyCity Stampede on the Saturday game, Josh. It was all up in the air for most of the game. And then there was... Who did get the last goal? It was
Nolan Ross who got the last goal.
Yeah.
So yeah, 4-2 the final score. We will take a look at the standings as soon as they're updated to take a look at the implications. So I believe the Swarm are still able to get that first seed. Yeah, because they are still a #1 spot. Stampede just 1 point behind, but they've got 3 more games to play. So very likely chance, well, I mean, if the Stampede win tomorrow night, that will confirm, yes, that will confirm a #1 spot for the Stampede. The Thunder will not have enough games. Oh no, the Thunder still are playing right now as we speak, actually.
Yes.
So they can beat the Red Devils tonight. And it would be just those 2 teams who would be battling for first spot, which if it does come down to that, you guys are in luck because both of those teams will be facing each other next weekend as well. And that will be the final decider for all the seeding spots, and we'll know exactly where every team's playing in the semi-finals and where the finals will potentially be hosted. But after tonight's result, it's not exactly looking like the Swarm are going to take the #1 seed.
No, I think you're not wrong there, Josh. They'd have to obviously get a good win tomorrow night and then rely heavily on the Thunder to do them a favour and get a couple of wins against the Stampede. But the Stampede were definitely good here tonight. The Swarm probably not at their best, but when you're not at your best against the Stampede, you're not going to win.
The Swarm definitely had their moments, but I think, yeah, ultimately throughout that whole game, the Stampede were just that next level ahead.
Yeah, they started the game really well. Like, they were gaining momentum right from the start. I think the Swarm maybe just left that a little bit too late. They had a really good second period to the Swarm, but obviously the Stampede, a championship winning team, they know how to close out hockey games.
Yep, a lot of these players have been there, done that, so yep, they'll be familiar with how to close those games out. So yeah, both teams go into their locker rooms, probably have their last little discussion as to how they think that game went, and then we'll be ready back here tomorrow.
Game time's at 4:45 tomorrow.
Yes, yep, And if you are still wanting some hockey action, we're not done in New Zealand. Go tune in to the Phoenix Thunder, who are hosting the Canterbury Red Devils. They're just about to start their third period. This does have implications for the final seeding, so important game to watch. There was also some women's ice hockey games played tonight as well. There'll be another one tomorrow with the Canterbury Inferno hosting the Auckland Steel. So lots of hockey for this weekend. Make sure you tune in. We've got rugby going on after this as well, so I need to rush home
I'm going to watch
that. So yeah, we'll wrap up shortly here. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. It's been our pleasure, Bryce and I, calling tonight's game, and we will catch you guys tomorrow.
Thank you, everybody, and good night.